ಏನ್ ಜನ ಮಾರ
ಏನ್ ನೋಡಿ ಸರ್ ಹಿಂಗಾಗಿದೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಸರ್.
ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಂದು ಎಷ್ಟು
250 ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಸರ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಸರ್.
ಒಂದು 102 ಅಲ್ರಿ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೆಂಟ್ ಸರ್ 102 ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇವರು ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ 59 ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟಿ ಇವಾಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ನೀವು ಆಗಿರತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅಂದಿನ ಕಳ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಗುಪ್ತ ಹಾಕಿದ್ನಲ್ರಿ ಅವ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸಾಕು ಸಾಕು ಕಲ್ಕಟ್ಟಿಗ ಅಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಮನಸ್ಸಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ನಾನು ಲಿಂಕ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಸರ್ ಕೊಡಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ನಾನು ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಸಾರಿ ಆಯ್ತು ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ ಆಯ್ತು ಸರ್ ನಾನು 5 ಮುಗ್ತಾರೆ DOI ಬರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ DOI ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ನಾನು ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ಗೆ
Very good evening, participants. As we made it for 10 days online training program on applications of CAD in landscaping. So I think due to the demand of the people and also the resource person availability, we extended 4 more days. We have been had a wonderful the applications of this CAD in landscaping. We have been delivered so many software like AutoCAD, Photoshop, ArchiCAD, 3D Max, then followed by the two persons from Annamala University, especially pricing and planning and landscape principles and conceptual designing, and also two more the landscape designing softwares like Garden Planner and Real-Time Landscape Architect we did for the past 14 days. So this is a validity function. So for this, yeah. So for this, I think, and we presently, I think Prashant, but yeah, the Prashant, but also joined. Make him as a co-host. Yeah, we have. I think we will going to start our validity session. Yeah, very warm. Good evening to Prashant, but sir. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So this is, we are the plant scientists or landscape horticulture and floriculture and different departments. We have planned for SAO grants training program 10 days, especially applications of CAD in landscaping. So during this course of this training program, we dealt especially exclusively AutoCAD, then Photoshop, then ArchiCAD, then a garden planner and the principles behind the making gardening other things. So around 102 participants were there, among around 40 students and 59 faculty members are attended, and it is for convenient after office hours. We made the training schedule and the evening, especially 6 to 8 p.m. So successfully, we have been planned for 10 days, but due to demand and the availability of resource persons, we extended for another 4 days. This is the 14th day, and we are making a valedictory now. So for this function, I would like to start formally. With this, I think for this function to preside over this function, I invite our Director of Extension, Dr. M.S. Kulkarni, sir, for the occupy the chair.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and
good evening to all. Thank you very much.
Yeah, then I invite our college dean, Dr. Balaji Kulkarni, to take as chief guest, and our department HOD, Satish R. Patil, and my colleague Pawan Kumar and myself. Okay, I think Honorable Vice Chancellor, due to some important meeting, he left and he will go. Sir has joined. Yeah, online. Sir has joined. Honorable Vice Chancellor, I think he is the chief guest, and most prominently, the Prashant Bhatt, for the owner of the landscape company situated in Bangalore. He has a vast experience in landscape, and he has done his master's in landscape architecture from Graduate School of Fine Arts, Utah State University of Pennsylvania, USA. So, and he has a vast experience in agriculture field, especially Indo-American. He worked on 7 years, and we eagerly wants to hear requirements of the landscape architects and the career opportunity for our graduates, especially floriculture and landscape architecture in general. So with this, I think we will start the program, and we will hear you from you, sir. I think now for formal function, I invite our student Chinmay to make invocation song out of this function. Chinmay, third BSc Horticulture, make invocation for this.
शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदा शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योति नमोस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदा शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योति नमोस्तुते दीपज्योति पराब्रह्म दीपज्योति जनार्दन दीपो हरतु मे पापं सन्ध्यादीपं नमोस्तुते शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदा शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योति नमोस्तुते दीपज्योति नमोस्तुते दीपज्योति नमोस्तुते.
Thank you, Chinmay. I think invocating the song for our valedictory function. Now I request Dr. Satish R. Patil to welcome August gathering for this valedictory function.
Good evening to all. It's my immense pleasure to welcome you all for this today's function for about 10 days training program on application of CAD in landscaping. And it is held from 28th of September 2021 to till today. And for this valedictory function, the first I would like to welcome our today's chief guest, Dr. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. K. Mindre sir. I think he's due to some work virtually has joined. I welcome you for this function, sir. On behalf of all participants and Department of Agriculture, I welcome you, sir. And secondly, I welcome the very eminent personality with us today, the guest of honor, Dr. Prashant Bhatt, sir, the owner of the landscape architect company of Bangalore, and he is the honorary vice president of the Indian Society of Landscape Architect. He is a very eminent personality with us today. We're happy to have this personality today with us. I welcome you, sir, on behalf of all our participants and Department of Floriculture. And thirdly, I welcome our and one more director of the course director, Dr. Valedictory, and he is the dean of College of Horticulture, Bagalkot, and he is the main backbone of this 10 days training program. Without his effort, it is not materialized, I think. The very quick decision he has taken, and he has successfully completed this 10 days training program. And on behalf of our all participants and Department of Floriculture, I welcome Dr. Balaji Kulkarni and Dr. Basuraj. And last, then next, the president of this today's function, Dr. MS Kulkarni, sir, is the main backbone of the today's function. Without his effort, I think it is not materialized. He has supported till today. He has supported very this one. And I welcome on behalf of all the participants and Department of Floriculture. I welcome you, sir, for the today's function. And I welcome some of the speakers, guest speakers, Dr. Dhanasekaran, Assistant Professor, Annamala University, and Dr. Ramesh Kumar. I think he has also joined virtually today. And here and Prashant Basarajappa HR is also, and Prashant Madurkindi, and he has given up to till 10 days. Up to 10 days, he has trained very well for all participants in a very simple and systematic way. Up to 10 days, and after that, Dhanasekaran sir and Ramesh Kumar sir has given a very good lecturers related to this training program. I welcome all these trainer and speakers to this valedictory function, sir. Welcome you, sir. And lastly, I welcome all the participants who have joined and patiently completed this 10 days training program on this CAD program. And I think they have benefited out of this training program. I welcome all the participants, which includes all the teaching faculty, non-teaching faculty, and all the PG students of our university, of all the departments. PG students of all the departments have participated very interestingly in this training program. I welcome you all for this today's valedictory function. And our course associate course directors, Dr. Pawan Kumar, Dr. HR Basavarajappa, and all other staff of Vice Chancellor's office and College of Horticulture Dean's office. I welcome you all for this today's valedictory function. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, Satish, for welcoming all the dignitaries and the participants as well as the resource person. Now it's time for a request our course director, Dr. Balaji Kulkarni, to present the workshop report.
Also then, welcome Dr. Satish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good evening to everyone. Respected Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Indiresh Sir, Director of Education, Dr. M.S. Kulkarni Sir, then Dean, Chef College, Dr. Lakshman Hegde, and other participants, especially speakers, Dr. Prashant Bhatt, and other participants. So, as I told, this is a application of CAD in landscaping training program. We started on 28th September. Actually, we planned for 10 days. Due to the demand of the participants and the resource persons availability, we extended up to 14 days. So this program started on 28th September, and it was online mode and after office hours. So it will not come in the way of any official work. So from 6 to 8 p.m. daily we used to have the classes, even including Sunday and holidays. So the program was inaugurated on 28th September by Dr. M.S. Kulkarni Sir, that is a Director of Education, then Dr. T.B. Alloli, Registrar of UHS Bagalkot, then Dr. H.P. Maheshwarappa, Director of Research, Dr. Ravindra Mulge, Dean PGS Studies, UHS Bagalkot. So totally 102 participants participated in this training program. Out of that, 59 were faculties, that is both teaching and non-teaching. We are not restricted to only floriculture faculty. The other faculty members like vegetable science, food science, then even seed science faculty who are interested in landscaping, they also joined for this training program. And we also accommodated our PG students of Department of Floriculture and Landscape Architecture, plus other than the floriculture department. So PG and PhD students, around 49 students, they have enrolled for this training program. So in this training program, mainly we have concentrated on use of CAD, that is AutoCAD, 2D, ArchiCAD, Photoshop, and 3D Max. So daily we used to send the links to the participants, and we have created one YouTube channel of Dean COH Bagalkot. Those who are having any other important work they cannot see. Okay, they can watch the YouTube and they can also practice. So that we have created one YouTube channel also. It is also available in the website. So that is the thing. And apart from that, we also deliver some lectures by our eminent landscape architect, especially from Annamalai University, where the PG diploma programs are going on landscaping. I invited two speakers, mainly Dr. Dhanashekaran and Dr. Ramesh Kumar. Both are from the faculty of Annamalai University, Horticulture Department. So they have covered about the chemistry between design and horticulturist, an overview by Dhanashekaran, and pricing the plan. Especially we are lacking in estimating the budget required for the landscaping. So these two topics were covered by Dr. Dhanashekaran. Then scaling in landscaping, how to take the scale, and even proportion and scale is another important principles we are always covering in the landscape course. So that was dealt by Dr. Ramesh Kumar. Then second one is conceptual designing by Dr. Ramesh Kumar. That was also covered by Ramesh Kumar, which was very useful for our faculty and even students. Apart from that, our own faculty, Dr. Basurajappa, also covered about the softwares available free of cost, that is the real-time software for the landscaping. Like that, even I have covered some of the principles of landscaping. So overall, this was a 10-day program, which was enlightened to most of the students and faculty members. So I am very much thankful for the university authorities for giving me an opportunity to organize this wonderful training program, and even it is a very useful for the both faculty and students. So even amateurs, they can start their own program landscaping, and I'm very happy that today we have a very good chief guest, our guest of honor, Dr. Prashant Sir, who is also traveling abroad and he is knowing in and out of the landscaping. So he is going to enlighten us on this aspect. Once again, on behalf of our College of Horticulture, Bagalkot, and on behalf of all the participants, I once again thank the Honorable Vice Chancellor and Director of Education for giving me an opportunity. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir, for the nice workshop report. And now I request from the participant kindly give the feedback about the training program it is undergone for the last 14 days. I request.
Otherwise, one thing, sir, if Prashant Bhatt sir is having some other assignment, so whether we can start your program, sir, or feedback?
No, I'd like to hear the feedback. So I.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it is requested for the participants to give feedback about this training program, so whatever they learned and what they expected and what they got. Yeah, it's the time for the participant to interact with them, give feedback. Ellen sir.
ಹಲೋ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ರಿ ಸರ್ ಫ್ಲೋರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ನವರಿಗೆ
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Master of all, sir.
ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ಲೋರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಕೊಡಿ. I am here to listen from Mr. Prashant. I'm waiting for his lecture. Yeah, you ask the regular participants.
Yeah, Dilip.
Yeah, you are asking the last benchers.
No, sir. Just I think.
No, it was your experience also and personal interest. That's why it was.
Yeah, that will be there always.
Uday. Uday.
Dilip is our concept.
Yes, sir.
Anyone?
Yeah, Dilip.
Yes. Shall sir, is my voice audible, sir?
Yeah, you start your video also so that we can see your face also, if possible.
Network issues will come, sir.
Okay.
Yes. Sir, good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Respected Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, and excuse me, Dr. MS Kulkarni, sir. Today's guest of honor, Prashant Bhatt, sir, and Balaji, sir, Satish, sir, Pavan, Basraj, sir. So it was indeed, I would like to thank first the university and the Vice Chancellor, sir, DOI, sir, and Balaji, sir, for having such a wonderful idea towards initiating such a good CAD program, sir. Of course, I am not an horticulturist or I am a floriculturist. I am basically an art lover. So from the childhood, I was bit interested towards making some beautification. So this is the CAD program. Really, it has added up value to my hobby, a sort of hobby. So this was fine arts was my total event of interest. So this is again a part of that that is again has helped me. So this is something like Sone Pe Suhaga for me. It was indeed from 2013. So I was searching for such programs. So when I got this opportunity to enter into the university, immediately I had installed this AutoCAD program to my this laptop. But it was again the time and how to go ahead. So I was keen. So even here in Arbavi also I had planned along with our Mukund sir and Ati Patil sir to enter into CAD learning course individually, going there in Gokak and learning. But especially the university and Balaji sir's ideas of having such a wonderful program has added up. Really, it was good. And with respect to the classes, it was quite good. And especially Prashant sir, he has explained bit by bit everything, all the programs. It is again, if you relook into those things, we can relook into the total programs in YouTube. That is also a course director and organizers a good idea, having such that program that is again captured in YouTube and permanently it is present. Okay, so Prashant sir, actually it was the program is for 2 to 3 months. He has just covered in 10 to 12 days. It was again a wonderful event. He has explained bit by bit everything, the ArchiCAD, AutoCAD, and 3D Max, and it was thank for him for the approach and the way he teaches us. Okay, it was good. Again, it was again value addition to the entire course by our Basraj sir. He has taken a small program, that garden planner. Yesterday only we have completed. Very small program and very effective. I feel it is very easy. Even small children can also go ahead with the things. It was again value addition to that. And Dhanshekar sir and Ramesh sir, they have given again beautification of this course was again ended up with the speeches of great speeches of Dhanshekar, Ramesh sir, and Basraj sir, and Balaji sir also took the entire event. for half an hour, 1 hour or so. So for me, it was again, I had to thank the organizers. First of all, this CAD program was initiated, and Mukund sir told, somehow you enroll, maybe don't bother about your financial and all, you enroll it, it will be helpful for you. So for me, it was Sonepe Suhaga. I thank again all the organizers and the university especially for giving me such an opportunity. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Dilip, for your nice feedback. Now I request Uday.
Student side.
The doctor student Uday.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. So myself, Udaya, I'm a PhD student here, sir. So talking about this CAD training, actually, it's what we feel actually students, we are much not in connect with laptops or any softwares. So when we say that CAD training, it's nothing but it's a difficult task for everyone, like students like us. So with this training, it is much more approachable. So the way they teach is so much everyone can understand the tools that are that can be used for creating a designs which with respect to our landscape designs in gardens. So apart from CAD, they also teach us Photoshop, ArchiCAD. So garden design also was taught, and also some professors from Ramesh sir and Dhanasekaran sir, they also given a very good knowledge regarding the implementation of design and their price tagging them. So it was a wonderful training. So by the next time, if we do this training as an hands-on training, so it will be more beneficial for students like us, because while doing in the online, we can't practice it directly. So it will be better if we do hands-on training, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Uday. I think now Divya Bhatt.
Hello.
Sir. Yeah, Divya Bhatt, can you hear my voice?
Sir, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಇದೆ ಸರ್, ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ.
No problem. Now hearing very loudly. You can proceed. You can proceed.
You are
No problem. You can. Yes, no problem. Chelsea has got a better network. Don't worry.
Yeah, even I am observing she is a very what you call obedient participants, regular participants. She used to attend very nicely. So I request
Divya, for 2 minutes you can tell. Yes.
Yeah, merits and demerits also.
Divya Bhatt.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good evening to all. The program of this CAD was a very interesting course, and we learned a lot about this course. Actually, I didn't know anything about this, but after joining this, I used to learn a lot of things from this. And even Prashant sir told about in detail about all the things, and all Dhanasekaran sir and other Ramesh Kumar sir and Balaji sir, Basaraj sir, all taught very excellently. The course was actually very interesting. Thank you for the university for conducting this course for these days. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Divya Bhatt. I think now I request the non-teaching staff, Sripad Majli.
Yes, thank you, sir. Sir, कैसे हैं sir?
Yes, you are audible and you can proceed.
Thank you, sir. ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ಎಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಮೊದಲು ನಾನು ಈ ತರಬೇತಿಗೆ ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ neither I am horticulturist nor I am ಆದ್ರೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಬಂತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕನ್ನೋದು ನನಗೆ ಆಸೆ.
Sripad, your voice is not clear.
ಹಾ ಸರ್, ಒಂದ್ ನಿಮಿಷ
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಮುಂದೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾತಾಡಿ.
ಸರ್ ಈಗ ಕೇಳಿಸ ಸರ್? ಈಗ ಕೇಳಿಸ ಸರ್? ಓಕೆ ಸರ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಹೊಸದನ್ನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಒಂದು ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ದಿಂದ ನಾನು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಖುಷಿಯಿಂದ ಭಾಗಿಯಾದೆ. ಸುಮಾರು 10 ರಿಂದ 14 ದಿವಸ ಒಳಗೆ ನನಗನ್ಸೋ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಒಂದೇ ದಿವಸ ಏನು ತಪ್ಪಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡೆ. ಅದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅನ್ಅವಾಯ್ಡಬಲ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಆ ದಿನ ತಪ್ಪಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡೇನು ಅನಿಸ್ತದೆ. ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದು ನಾನು ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಂದು ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಯ್ತು. ನಾನು ಈ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ಕೇಪಿಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಹೊಸಬ ಈ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಗೆ, ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ ಇದು ಏನಂತ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಈ ಒಂದು ದಿನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಒಂದೊಂದ್ ದಿನ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಹೋದಾಗ ನನಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಆಯ್ತು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಆದಷ್ಟು ಯಾವ ದಿನಾನು ತಪ್ಪಿಸ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಹಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬಂತು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಟ್ರೈನರ್ ಶ್ರೀ ಪ್ರಶಾಂತ್ ಅವರಾಗ್ಲಿ, ಧನಶೇಖರನ್, ರಮೇಶ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಅವರಾಗ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. And what was more attractive was the gap filling speeches by the course director Dr. Balaji Kulkarni and also Dr. Basavarajaಪ್ಪ. ಅವರು ಈ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಇದ್ರೂ ಸಹ ಒಮ್ಮೊಮ್ಮೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಆ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲೂ ಸಹ ಅವರು ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಬೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಮೋರ್ ಸ್ಪೀಚಸ್ ಬೈ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬಸವರಾಜಪ್ಪ. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬಾಲಾಜಿ ಸರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ made gap filling very nicely. ಸೊ ಅದು ನನಗೆ ಈ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಅನಿಸ್ತು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ಬೋರ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ಕೇಪ್ ನಾನು ನೈದರ್ ಹಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಚರಿಸ್ಟ್ ನಾಟ್ ಫ್ಲೋರಿಕಲ್ಚರಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಇದು ಹೆಂಗ್ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ನಿನ್ನೆ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬಾಲಾಜಿ ಸರ್, ಕುಲಕರ್ಣಿ ಸರ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಏನಂದ್ರೆ, ಈ ಸಣ್ಣ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ಕೇಪಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅದು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ದೊಡ್ಡದು ಹೆಂಗ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ ತರ ಡಿಸೈನಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಈ ದಿಶೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಇದು ನನಗೆ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಟೆರೆಸ್ ಗಾರ್ಡನಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಈ ಸಣ್ಣ ಜಾಗವನ್ನು ಸಹ ದೊಡ್ಡದು ಯಾವ ತರ ಕಾಣಿಸೋಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಹಿಂಗೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದ, ಬರೀ ಈ ಡಿಸೈನ್ ದಿಂದನೇ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಅದನ್ನ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಸುಮಾರು ಈ ತರಬೇತಿ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನಾನು ತಿಳಿದುಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಈ ತರಬೇತಿ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಒಬ್ಬ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅವರಿಗಾಗಲಿ ಹಾಗೂ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ. ಹಾಗೂ ಈ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಾಗಿ ತರಬೇತಿ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಮೂಡಿಬಂದಿದೆ. ಈ ಎಫ್ಎಲ್ಎ ಬಳಗ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬಸವರಾಜಪ್ಪ, ಪವನ್ ಕುಮಾರ್, ಸತೀಶ್ ಪಾಟೀಲ್ ಸರ್ ಇವರೆಲ್ಲ ಬಹಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಬೋರ್ ಆಗೋದಂಗ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡಾರೆ. ಈ ಆಪ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಮೊದಲೇ ಎಲ್ಲಾರು ತಿಳಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, ಈ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಇದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಾರು ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗ್ರಿ. ಅವ್ರು ಎಲ್ಲಾರು ಹೆಂಗ ಉತ್ಸಾಹ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ರು ಎಲ್ಲಾರ್ಗು, ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ತಪ್ಪಿಸಬಾರ್ದು, ಎಲ್ಲಾರು ಈ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಉತ್ಸಾಹಭರಿತವಾಗಿ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಮೋಟಿವೇಟಿವ್ ಇದನ್ನ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಈ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಕ್ಯಾಡ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಹೀಗಾಗಿ ಈ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕಾರಣಗಳಿಂದ ಈ 14 ದಿನಗಳ ಈ ತರಬೇತಿ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಯಶಸ್ವಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಯಶಸ್ಸು ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಎಫ್ಎಲ್ಇ ಬಳಗಕ್ಕೂ ಸೇರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ನನಗೆ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ನನ್ನ 2 ಅನಿಸಿಕೆ ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನು ಮುಗಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್.
Dr. L. Negre sir, kindly give your valuable feedback and any merits and demerits of the program,
sir,
so that can be improved in the next.
Balaji sir, can I speak?
Yes, give them the chance. HRB ನನಗ್ ಬೇಡ ಇವತ್ತು. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕೊಡಿ.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Is it audible, sir?
Yeah, well audible.
Yes, sir. This was a very planned program, sir. CAD, especially we have attended 2 programs in this earlier offline. Also, we did 21 days training program at CAD. It was also very nice, sir. But in online, no, sir. We have to practice more. Online, sometime some icons or some commands we cannot visible. It is very difficult to understand sometime. If it is familiar, it is okay, sir. But in offline mode, no, teacher will be there and we learners will be there face to face. That is a better way. And at KRCH we undergone 21 days, no, that was very effective training. But in online also it is very good. But we need to practice, sir, lot in this regard. Then only will come to understand clearly how to measure and how to take the commands and all other things. It is purely depends on our practice, sir. And training is good, sir. And we need to have lot of practice daily. Then only we'll come to understand fully all the commands and to make the map and design, sir. That's my opinion, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Mukund. Now, I request Manjunath Dedugundi.
Sir, it's a very good training for us and to provided it's a very good one, sir. Including students also, sir. And also earlier I learned about previous ones, but it's a new application to learn from. It's a very good opportunity to know the CAD. But I know about the CAD only for construction of buildings and all. But it's a very good application for landscaping, gardening, also, sir. And also it's for our university, it is a very iconic application will happen in future also. For university also, it's a very good opportunity. We got what as VC sir told to Dean sir and Dr. Pawan sir. And also thanks to organizer DOI sir and Dean sir for organized catering. Thank you and all.
Thank you, Manjunath. Now it's time for to hear the words of guest of honor. I think now I request our dean to introduce the guest of honor to the our audience.
Good evening, everyone. I'm very happy to introduce Mr. Prashant Bhatt, owner of the landscape company, Bangalore, today's guest of honor. So he is having a lot of experience in landscape field. The landscape company is having his own company. He was the director of Indo-American Hybrid Seeds from 1996 to 2003. That is 7 years experience. You may be knowing Indo-American Hybrid Seeds is one of the best company in the world that time. So next coming to education. So he has completed his Master of Landscape Architecture from the Graduate School of Fine Arts, that is University of Pennsylvania, USA. And he has completed his master graduation from Utah State University from 1989 to 1992. He is a vice president of Indian Society of Landscape Architects, and he is a member of International Federation of Landscape Architects. And he is a very eminent landscape architect in the country. He is moving throughout the world, and he is having his studio around India and even abroad. So sir is always busy. So we are very fortunate to have such a wonderful personality for our valedictory function. So I request Mr. Prashant Bhatt sir to enlighten us on career development and the scope for the landscape architect in the country and in abroad. Thank you once again, and I heartily welcome you, sir. Please.
Thank you so much. That's a very generous introduction. So thank you. Namaskara. Dr. Indresh, Vice Chancellor, Dr. Kulkarni, Dean, and Dr. Balaji Kulkarni also. Thank you very much for having me. When Dr. Lakshminarayan Hegde asked me to participate in this, he's like an older brother to me. I could not refuse. So thank him also for inviting me to this thing. I have a very soft corner and a very strong link and affiliation to horticulture because of my father and his company, Indo-American Hybrid Seeds. So it is quite an opportunity for me also to be here, and I thank you for that. It's wonderful to see so many participants who have very actively taken interest and, been involved with this training seminar. I think it seems to have been a very, very successful program. So I today would like to share some of my own projects. And then I would like to talk very briefly about the opportunities that are there for all of you in landscape architecture. And I'd be happy to answer any questions that you all have for me. So I will start off. It appears that somebody called Prashant, my namesake, has also been involved with this program. So it looks like Prashant is a nice name. So for landscape architects and architects. I'm going to try and do the share screen. Okay, I think you can see my screen now.
Yes.
Yeah. So my name is Prashanta Bhatt. I have a landscape architecture degree from Utah State University. I went there after my PUC here in Bengaluru, and I got my degree in landscape architecture there. And when I went, I thought landscape architecture was all about garden design. And slowly I realized that it was garden design, but it was also more than garden design also. It really encompassed so many other things. And then I got my Master of Landscape Architecture from University of Pennsylvania. I worked in US and France, and then I came back to India, and I have had, been working with Indo-American hybrid seeds and also my own firm called the Landscape Company. Landscape architecture really has evolved from beautification to address the need of the hour. If the profession designed gardens and gardens of pleasure and leisure, landscape architects are now called to heal the world. So ecological design is an important consideration. So as you are all very involved in this profession, I want to ask you all to also keep this in mind as you move forward, because it is not just beautification, or it's not just aesthetics. And even when it is aesthetics, we need to change the way people view things and the way people consider what they consider, beautiful. Because maintaining some of those very high maintenance gardens are costing the earth quite a bit, be it keeping it, with fertilizers or lots of water by trying to grow things that don't grow in our climates. So the emphasis all around the world for landscape architects is now sustainability. We need to look at native plants, biodiversity, by trying to encourage other fauna coming into the landscape, to keep in mind that this is not only for the client. I mean, we always have rich patrons who kind of bring us to do the projects, but now it's for the common people. We're looking at parks, we're looking at larger spaces, cities, urban planning. And at that time, it's not just the human that's in the space, that we have to look at all the other animals and birds and butterflies who are going to be using the spaces. So biodiversity becomes very important. Rain gardens, trying to invest a garden where there are low-lying areas where the rain collects. Rainwater harvesting in our kind of climate is very important, and food generating landscapes. And it's not just food for humans, but also for other species as well. I'll start off with some projects that my firm has done, so you get an idea as to what we have been doing. So as I said, we are a landscape architectural firm designing quality outdoor spaces, and more importantly, functional outdoor spaces. So it's important to bring people outside to use the landscape. When we start creating beautification, what happens is that people want to sit inside or be viewing through that window a beautiful landscape. And we all know that landscapes are living things, unlike buildings, which is static. Landscapes are dynamic. There's change. Every season it changes. There might be a season where it goes through a dry spell and it's not beautiful. So it's important to educate our clients. So we are designing quality spaces which are functional. And if we are able to bring people outside to feel the heat, to feel the dust, to feel the rain, then they will understand that these are seasons, and landscape is not something to be viewed as something beautiful, not something static, but something dynamic. It's about ecology, about the environment, how things change over the seasons. The first and foremost important thing when you get into a landscape design is site analysis. One is to understand what your site is, what is existing there, what is the soil, how much water is available, what climate we are going to be designing in. And also to look at the context, what is happening around all of us. There is no point in creating a landscape that is just going to be exclusively, it has to merge into the context as well. So those are the things that are very important before we get into the concepts. And then once we present the concept to the client and it's, approved, we get into detailed drawings and, hardscape and softscape drawings. So our services go in from, feasibility study to master planning and design, urban design, where we go into concept ideas and working with various consultants in the projects. My firm has worked on various projects across the board, different scales, different types of projects, typologies, educational campuses. Our current project is designing a 150-acre campus for Dayanand Sagar University in Harohalli. We have done corporate campuses. We've done Namdari Seeds corporate campus in Bidadi. They take us all over India for their landscape design. We have done some townships for Indian Navy, Project Seabird, Karwar, Reserve Bank, Mysore. We've done a lot of commercial buildings, hospitality with regards to resorts. We've done many residences. It's always a pleasure to do residences because you get involved with the human scale, with the family that's going to live in that. So we've done Nandan Nilekini's residence to Sabir Bhatia, who started Hotmail, to many residences, and of course other projects around. Coming into a typology where I'm saying that you need to design that fits into the context. So here is a Swamiji's ashram, which was in Shirali for the Chitrapura Mata. It was in a coconut garden. So we brought these rocks in that would act as, some kind of sculptural elements, but also for meditation for the Swamiji. It would be his private space, and trying to plant which would fit into the landscape there, things that grow naturally. And it's also important to integrate art into the landscape. We were fortunate to find some of these very nice antique columns that kind of fit into the garden. But talking about ecology and sustainability, we designed a farmhouse for the Marlas. We had the site required to actually look at rainwater harvesting. And so there was, of course, the orchard, the entrance, the driveway, the house itself. The clients were very sensitive to ecology. And so this is something that we kind of studied and figured out how we can do a natural pond. As I said, everybody would like to have something beautiful. And that, again, is defined by media, by people's expectations. But we need to change that. And it might not be beautiful, but this is what it looks like when it's dry. But this is, of course, during construction. And we built it in the low-lying area and started developing it over time. And this is what it looked like once we had kind of figured out how. So the water might expand and come up to the edge in the most wettest season. And then when the water contracts, the line contracts in the summertime, this is how much water there will be there. The construction of the house also, as you can see, it has mud architecture. So the clients were very sensitive to what they were fitting into the environments. It's wonderful to get clients like this. We did a Zediscape garden in the Indian School of Business. It's not always possible to force clients about things that are changing the aesthetic, as I said. But this is a dry landscape, right in the turnaround. And it happened to be this way because and this turnaround. A lot of these people who graduate from here will go on to become CEOs of different companies. So we thought it's important for them also to look at this and say that this can look beautiful. This is Nandan Nilekini's house, where we tried to create various things with regards to a color garden, breaking down by theme of color and texture. This is Namdari Seeds campus in Bidadi. As I said, it's a vernacular landscape in Bidadi. They wanted a corporate kind of a, setup where people would be coming from all over the world to their space. But they also had a lot of seasonals because they grow the seasonals. They are kind of doing the seeds for these, and they wanted to have that on display. But it was in this mango orchard, which is 150 acres. And we needed to also look at how people enter the space, how will they come in, how will they use the garden, or not just the garden, but the entire campus. We wanted to screen a few of the views, and so we created this mural wall and then cut out to emphasize a view that people would see through that, and this is what it is. So that's actually the dining hall. So we kind of made that cutout to see the dining hall, and then some of the other things that you can't see. Of course, there's the trees, but screening some of the other buildings that we didn't want everybody to see. The existing mango orchard, because as I said, they have the seasonals available. We had the impatiens planted at the base. This is another part of the campus, which they call as the Koti house. These are their seeds again. We made these planters so that it would look. But what I want to emphasize is how we started using again mud plastering, local materials of granite and brick and stone that fits into the landscape. We didn't want to, do a very corporate looking campus here because it was in Bidadi, because it was so far away from the city, from an airport. When people come, we wanted them to get the local flavor of what that space is like. We did the Bharatiya Reserve Bank corporate office. We had done their township and they really liked what we had done there. So they came back to us, and you can see the layering of the plant material that we've done on the right-hand side slide photograph. And on the left-hand side, we created a pattern. And because it was a government project, they could not get into doing some art and sculptures. We put the Kadamba tree as a sculpture. So that's the focal point. The gravel bed, the pebble bed that you see here is where the rainwater comes and the groundwater recharge happens. So this kind of becomes a soak pit, a collection pit of the rainwater from the rest of the garden. And of course, the boundary trees that kind of protect the ugly wall that you can see at the back, but the view and the eye actually goes on to these trees. The Indian School of Business, as I showed you a little earlier. This is Dayanand Sagar University, Harohalli. It's 130 acres campus. We have done the master plan for the entire campus, and right now we're doing phase 1, which is this area. So this is phase 1, where there will be a medical college, engineering college, and of course the other departments like law and liberal arts, and of course the academic block, and then canteen and hostel, mortuary for the hospital. This is the students plaza that we have designed. So understanding the levels, the roads, we are creating the road levels and how we are going to create the space. Again, we want to activate it by bringing the students into these spaces. We want to create shades so that they will sit in these spaces. We don't want them to be sweating it out. Nobody wants to sit in the sun. And create, give them pergolas, maybe some water bodies so that it creates a microclimate. And of course, sculptures, art in the landscape. This is the visitors plaza near the hospital. We had these ramps created, which would actually, facilitate wheelchair access or differently abled people to come in through that space. And again, a lot of people who come here are waiting for somebody who's in the hospital. This is just recently constructed. The ramp and the steps that we showed you, I showed you earlier, and these are some of the trees which have to grow. This is the Saraka Ashoka, again a native tree, and these benches are yet to be finished with a material we proposed granite there, local granite. This is the frontage of the whole university. Not much to my liking, only because it seems very, very not sustainable, as I had said that it should be sustainable, only because of the topiary garden that the client insists on having. We'll see how it turns out. This is the lighting layout where we're looking at how the street lights would be, how the pedestrian lights will happen. Studying how the light fixtures are actually throwing the light, when we propose something, and what the height of the light fixture would be. These are some things that are important now and in our design as well, where we're studying lighting as to figuring out how the light fixtures will actually throw light. There are two types of lighting, aesthetic lighting and security lighting, which both needs to be addressed, and primarily security lighting so that people are feeling safe in the night, especially in these kind of spaces. courtyards inside the hospital. We were lucky that they allowed us to bring in plants, because many hospitals are very particular that, pollen and, insects will come into it. But this is more of a clinic, so they allowed us to do this. And art in the landscape is very important. I think art kind of touches the soul, and it's very important to integrate art into the landscape. And this becomes a point where students will come, sit here in the middle, take a photograph with the sculptures, and it's quite a nice thing. We have done International Center for Theoretical Sciences, which is part of Indian Institute of Science. A lot of ex-Nobel laureates come here to teach. And so we had this entire campus that we did. There was the academic block and the residential block. This would be the amphitheater, the dining area, and of course, where the residential and the academic mix come in together would be the Tree of Knowledge. This is the Arrival Plaza. This is what it looks like at night. And of course, a lot of the trees that were existing, we saved them and created a landscape that the campus would be used again, and people would come in and sit in these spaces. Am I going over time? How much time do I have?
No, sir, no problem.
Okay.
No problem, sir. You can continue.
Okay, please cut me short if I'm overshooting my time limit.
No, it's interesting. You can continue, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. So these are the paving patterns. This is what I called as the Tree of Knowledge, where we proposed the Samane Saman, the rain tree. And we wanted that large canopy where people will come in and sit. As I said, this is at the intersection of the academic block and the residential block. More spaces. This is the dining area. We felt that the people should be able to bring their plates outside to sit and eat. So the cafeteria is what you see inside, further beyond, and then people will be able to bring their plates out to enjoy. I'm going to shift to doing some, showing you some of the other category of projects. This is a housing project that we have done, a villa. So the entrance is this long driveway, the clubhouse, the common facilities, and then each of these villas that are there, and then of course the park. We've kind of labeled what each of these areas are, but I'll very quickly run you through it. This is entering, this on the right hand side is the clubhouse. So you enter that way, and this is the driveway coming into the villas. Again, the layers of planting that you see, again, to screen what's happening. Behind these plants are a lot of services that you don't see right now, but it's screened. There are a lot of pipes, on the surface and also underground, and all that is taken care of, the manhole chambers, everything. These are how the streets are in the villas, where people can, drive into, and then their cars are parked into the houses, into the villas. But this is what the street looks like. And this is the common park that we proposed. And the swimming pool, which we designed as well. This is another project which is quite nice. We looked at a concept called the Woonerf, which is a concept from Holland, where people are forcibly, the motorists are forcibly tried to slow down their traffic when they're going through. So when people buy a villa like this, which costs, more than £1 crore, it means that they can afford a few things. They can afford a car, and it also means that all the people who come there are very similar in their background. They're well-to-do, they have fancy cars, they probably, techies, and they have children, younger children. So I was very particular that, when I was growing up, we played on the streets. And with all these kind of gated communities that are happening, we wanted the children again to come and play in the streets, because that's how, many people have only single children these days, and the community is where they all grow up in, unlike joint families that some of us grew up in. So we tried to create a Woonerf where we said the traffic has to go on this. Actually, it's wide enough, as you can see, but the yellow one is changed in the color and the paving so that people are psychologically, the vehicles will drive on this. and people can walk on that, on the yellow pathway. These are the detailed drawings that we've done for the project. Some of the planters, the steps, the seating. I think you all have gone through the CAD course where you would have learned how to do some of this. And these are the steps that, you know, with the lighting, the finishes that happen to it, and how these become spaces that people can come in and sit and meet their neighbors and enjoy some time under the trees. The swale that you see here again is to collect the rainwater, and it brings the water to a collection low point. Very important for landscape designers and architects to keep in mind that these the water that comes surface runoff is very, very important. We've done some private residences. I heard one of the students talk about terrace garden, and I thought it would be nice. I wanted to share this. I planned this together. So this is what's happening in Mysore. It's on the terrace of this person's residence. As you can see in this bottom, before what it was, what we had proposed in the 3D visual using SketchUp, and what it's turned out to be in the main photograph over here. The client took a lot of interest, so we give a lot of credit to the client for this project turning out to be successful the way it has. The water body, the steps that climb up to the higher level area, a small dining area over there, and then of course the larger garden that you'll see later here. And this is the other side looking back. And because it's in the terrace area, we get the foliage of the trees, the canopy of the trees on the street, which becomes part of our garden also. That's what I was talking about, the context. When you look outside, it's nice to integrate what's existing outside into our landscapes also. This is the planting plan that you see on the right-hand side, which again done using AutoCAD, where we're giving a very detailed planting plan as to the number of plants that would come in and how many and what the spacing would be, 1 feet center to center, 10 numbers. And so this is the kind of language that you will also learn once you start doing planting plans. This is another residence that we did here in Bengaluru, where the house was about 4 meters above the ground level or the road level. So people would enter in the driveway, and how would they actually come into the main building is something that we had to deal with. We had to also look at privacy and screening and how it would work out. So this was the master plan that we ended up doing at the residential project. The steps coming up, which would arrival area, and then of course people would enter the house. And they had a small back garden as well, and with the rear entrance. The detailed drawings that we did for that project, and this is how it turned out with the steps going up all the way to the residence. And lighting, as I was saying, it's very, very effective and an integral part of the landscape as well. Very important to bear in mind. And it completely transforms the landscape at a different time of day. And this is the back garden. So that's what I wanted to share very briefly. I mean, we've done projects, for 20 years now. But I want to talk to all of you about pursuing a degree in landscape architecture. I am the Vice President of the Indian Society of Landscape Architects. We would really like all of you to kind of interact with us at that platform as well. I think it's possible for us to have joint conferences, workshops. We have so much to learn from the floriculture, horticulture, agriculture, universities, because of the knowledge that you all have, the amount of knowledge that we can benefit from you all, and you all can benefit from what we have to share in terms of our ideas about landscape as well. So if anybody is interested in pursuing a Master of Landscape Architecture, right now, there are many colleges that are offering a Master of Architecture brackets Landscape Architecture degree. And this is mostly for architecture students, and it's governed by the Council of Architecture. Some universities are admitting students from other backgrounds, and you can get a Master of Landscape Architecture degree. And these are CEP Ahmedabad, SPA Delhi and Bhopal, the LS Raheja School of Architecture in Mumbai, and some of the other universities, including in Chennai and all that. What you have to bear in mind is that because COVID past 1.5 years, the response also from many of the other allied fields, the response sometimes has been low. So they are varying depending on intake. So please write to these universities and check if what their admission criteria is. Overseas, there are a lot of universities that are accepting people who are from a background that is not in architecture, and that becomes sometimes a 3-year course. And that's because, you know, they teach you some of the architectural drawings, civil detailing, and those kind of things. So a lot of opportunities overseas as well. And I think now Australia, New Zealand, Canada, many universities in Europe that are offering degrees in landscape architecture. With regards to career opportunities for people who have an interest in landscape from the horticulture, floriculture background, is you know, there are many jobs in landscape architectural offices. There are also jobs in national parks, city parks, zoological parks, in the governments within the city, large factories which have, you know, land holdings that you know, for future expansion, and they are employing a lot of people. Many of the estates, embassies, star hotels are always looking for people interested in landscape from a horticulture background, only with regards to changing what's there so that they don't have to hire an outside person each time. What they can do with these kind of excess space that they have. So I think you have already started on your skill enhancement, as I understand from this course. So drawing software packages like AutoCAD, Photoshop, SketchUp, these are excellent skills for all of you to have. And I'm so glad that this workshop has been done for you all, and you have picked up some of these things. The other thing is presentation skills, you know, visual and verbal. It's very important for all of you to develop that so that you are able to convince and sell your design to clients. And most importantly, keep in touch with the latest trends in the profession. And as I said, ecological design, sustainability, and biodiversity are most important right now. They're catchwords and catchphrases that everybody, even clients, are demanding those kind of things. Native plants, there are numerous resources. I mean, this is one of my favorite books by Naveen Patnaik about the healing plants in India. It's amazing what kind of plants that we have in our country because of the climate that we have, the diversity of plant materials. So please understand some of these things, and you probably can tell me and teach me some of these things. So and Krumbaigel's contribution to landscape architecture is incredible. I mean, we can't be grateful enough to this gentleman for creating Bengaluru city and the gardens here, the street trees, along with Dr. Marigowda. And of course, Krumbaigel's contribution to many of the palaces all over the country. Roberto Burle Marx was German, but was from Brazil, who actually was an artist. He was very interested in art, but he was so good with this plant material that he was able to create landscapes that were art. And if you are not familiar with Burle Marx, I suggest that you please go and look up some of his works. Very magical landscapes. One of the persons that I really admire is Jeffrey Bawa from Sri Lanka. If you have been to his projects in Sri Lanka, you'll realize he is kind of the father of modernism in South Asia. He really integrates the outside and the inside, where really the architecture blends into the garden, where the exterior really kind of goes inside the building also. So he's also a great influence, and I think I urge you all to look into it. So these are, books which are very important. It's important to have your own library. I know things are available online these days, but nothing like really holding on to a book and referring to it. So build your own library. And I think there is tremendous opportunity for all of us to work together. And I look forward to meeting all of you in person sometime soon and working with you all as well. Okay, thank you.
Fantastic, Prashant. It was very, very good.
Thank you. Thank you.
You took us to a new world. That's what I feel.
Thank you so much. I'll be happy to answer any questions if anybody
Yeah,
has.
yes, sir. That's what, yeah, you have been enlightened about the modern, from the tradition to the modern landscape architecture with a feathery touch of our so beautiful plants and tradition, and covering the ecological, then diversity, biodiversity and other things. So nice, especially in talk, sir. Now I request the participants, you can ask the questions or any doubts, you can clear them, clear with our Prashant Bhatt. Participants, I think you can feel free and you can.
You can email me also. I'll be happy to respond. My email is pbhatt, that's for Prashanta Bhatt, pbhatt at TLC for the landscape company, TLCARCH for architects.in. So if anybody wants to reach me post this program, you can do that also.
Sir,
I think,
Prashant sir.
Yes.
Sir, is there any opportunity after graduation from horticulture for taking a master's in landscape?
Yes, there's plenty of opportunity. As I mentioned, there's CEPT University, SPA Bhopal, SPA Vijayawada. All these universities are offering a 2-year program in landscape architecture's master's level. So you can write to these universities and ask them because the admission criteria is changing because of this new COVID situation, and also based on the intake, how many students are applying. So if there isn't a good response, sometimes that particular year, they don't have it. So please write to them and ask them. There is tremendous opportunity. And abroad also, if anybody wants to go abroad.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
How about the School of Architecture in Delhi? That was there when I was studying, but I don't know about the status now.
Actually, that's kind of in a state of disrepair. That university is not doing very well. They haven't had a HOD for years, a lot of politics. But the other SPAs have taken, have bloomed right now. So SPA Bhopal and SPA Vijayawada are good. SPA in Delhi is good as well. You can try. I mean, that has that entrance exam, so you can write to them and ask the requirements.
Yeah.
But as I said, they're going through a kind of a political turmoil. The department's not doing very well.
Okay, it was actually at that time I was very much interested when I completed my graduation from US Bengaluru. I was thinking that it is possible to join there for MLA, but they insisted on the only after MSc, only after our PG I can go there, and for the engineers it was direct entry. That was a problem. Then yes, it is not a good idea. I thought it's not nice to go there after MSc. Is it still there like that?
As I said, that I think mostly it is still like that. Because abroad, what happens is that they give you a 3-year program if you don't have an architecture degree. Just so that people are familiar with some of the other details that happens in the program. So here what happens that you spend 1 more year, because if your master's program is for 2 years, then you go to do a Master of Landscape Architecture. Most of the departments are still like that. That's again the Council of Architecture that kind of decides some of these things.
Okay.
Especially SPA is under the Council of Architecture.
Okay. That's based in Mumbai? Council?
No, LS Raheja School of Architecture is in Mumbai. SPA in Delhi and Vijayawada and Bhopal.
And the council headquarters is in Delhi?
Yes, council.
Okay. Thank you.
I think just we know some of the softwares which are used for the like CAD, SketchUp, or anything. So what particularly the softwares you're using for landscape designing from your side, sir? The popular softwares.
AutoCAD is still, or versions of AutoCAD, not just AutoCAD. There is ZCAD and all that because of licensing. Many people are shifting to some of these other softwares which are parallel to CAD. SketchUp is used more for presentations to communicate our ideas to the clients to make them understand. It's very, very easy. So SketchUp is another tool that we use. Photoshop is used to bring some of these images developed in SketchUp into, Photoshop and of course, PowerPoint presentations like I just did now. These are some of the main softwares that we're using. Some of the other, depending on the scale of the project, people are going into GIS and some of the planning applications as well.
Sir, one question, sir. Actually, is there any scope for collaborative work, sir? Actually, we are interested to start some of the certificate courses or something because none of the universities, especially agriculture universities, horticulture universities, are offering such courses. Is there any possibility, or can you enlighten on us and any collaborative from your this one, sir, for educating our students who, if they are wanted to have these entrepreneurial skills?
Yes.
Anything we can collaborate, sir?
Sure, definitely. I think the Indian Society of Landscape Architects also would be happy to collaborate and build bridges, because I think we are now living in separate worlds and we really need to come together, and we'd be happy to learn from you also, because I think there's so much that people in your universities, your graduates have to offer to us as well.
Yeah, actually, if any education type of this one you are doing, sir, from your.
I used to teach. I used to teach in various universities in architecture. I just recently finished being a studio critic at Utah State University. This was being online, so it was easy for me to do it from here. And evening with their time difference, so I could do it from home. I have taught in the past. Right now, what has happened is that the Council of Architecture is making a lot of stringent rules. I don't have an architecture degree. I got my bachelor's of landscape. My undergraduate degree is also in landscape architecture. So that disqualifies me from teaching sometimes. But the Indian Society of Landscape Architects is very happy to collaborate. We'll find resource people for you if there is something that you have in particular, and if we can get into a kind of MOU, we'll be happy to help you all also.
Yes, sir. Especially we are very much interested, as it is a unique horticulture university in the state, and one of the important horticulture university. We have separate department of floriculture and landscape architecture. So we are offering PG program in 3 campuses, sir. So I want to establish one training center like that. So I need your support from your association, sir.
Definitely.
Definitely.
We'll be happy to help you.
Yeah.
You can think in that angle.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, sir, for attending so many queries and enlighten about the landscape architecture, what presently is demanding and elsewhere in the world. So thank you, sir, for being with us. For now, I request our Honorable Chief Guest, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Indresh, sir. No, I think sir has an input. Is there? Yeah, sir is an important work. I think sir has joined earlier. I think he has given your talk. Yeah, I think this is the best opportunity to interact with the Prashant Bhatt. He has so many international exposure, and he really has done wonderful and laudable work around Bangalore, especially corporate office, on the villas, and so many Indian Institute of Science, all category of the landscape, the beautify the surrounding by using flora and fauna, and also the traditional touch. So participant can interact with him, and you can ask the questions. You need not to worry whether it's any question or anything. Is a given opportunity. Yeah. Sir,
Now I request our honorable.
Sir, Jain, sir. Yeah, our honorable vice chancellor is joining now. To yeah, sir has joined now. Yeah, I think, sir, sir, now I request our honorable vice chancellor, Dr. K. Mindresh, sir, to make a chief guest address for the our participants, sir.
Good evening to all everybody. Dr. Prashant Bhatt, I have seen your presentation, excellent presentation by you. I'm really very happy to see you that you are having so much of interest in landscape architecture. And I think many of my colleagues from the university, they all joined your guest lecture. And this CAD program on landscape architecture has been organized by Dr. Balaji Kulkarni, our dean. And I'm really happy that all of my colleagues from the Department of Floriculture and Landscape Garden, from all the constituent colleges, they have registered and they have participated in today's concluding session. And the university is very happy to be with you today. I'm sorry, I was a little busy. I could not join in the beginning. And Dr. Kulkarni, the Director of Education, and all my colleagues from the university, all officers, they are with you. Anyhow, I'm happy that I at least finally I got a chance to meet all of you. After completion of my some health problem was there, I went to consult a doctor. And and you are most welcome to visit our university campus, Dr. Prashant, and we can give a sort of guidance to our faculty members. Some of them are having a lot of interest, and they have developed our own garden in the main campus. So please do visit our university campus. We invite you on some occasion. You are most welcome to visit. And hope this 10 days of CAD program, which is being organized by the university by Dr. Balaji Kulkarni, Dean CYH Bagalkot, and both the faculty members and also the PG students are also registered for this course. I hope we have learned a lot of things in these 10 days regarding the use of this software for designing a garden, landscape garden. And this is also part of curriculum for the students in both UG and PG in the BSc Horticulture program and PG program. Definitely by having this training on CAD, it is going to help our faculty members to gain knowledge, more knowledge about this CAD and its use in the landscape architecture. Hope you have enjoyed these 10 days of training program on this. And thank you all for giving an opportunity to share my views on this 10 days CAD program. Thank you all. I once again welcome Dr. Prashant Bhatt to visit our university and have interaction with my colleagues in the main campus. Please do feel come to us, our campus. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. I think definitely we'll utilize our Prashant Bhatt and we'll bring him in the campus. We'll make a real landscape, some more improvements in our campuses, sir. Thank you for your kind words, sir. And now it's time for our presidential remarks. Today's president, our Director of Education, Dr. M.S. Kulkarni, sir, to make a presidential remark.
Good evening to everybody. Dr. Prashant Bhatt, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. K. Mindresh,
and the person behind organizing this in our main campus, Dr. Balaji Kulkarni, and all my colleagues of floriculture department of COH Bagalkot, as well as other colleges, Dr. Satish Patil, Dr. Basarajappa, Dr. Pavan, Dr. Narayanpur, and so many people who are also online. I first congratulate you on completing a successful 10 days program on these applications of CAD in landscaping. I am really indebted to Dr. Prashant Bhatt. I was really very stunned to know the scope this landscaping has and this architecture has, because when we saw the photos he has shown right from RBI or Indian Institute of Science or overseas landscape architecture he has done. It is really a challenging field. Lot of scope is there for our youngsters to build their career in this area. And in our campus, the organization of this training program was very sudden, and we had some amount from the SAU grants which was to be utilized, and suddenly our Dean of College of Horticulture Bagalkot, he really planned very well and consulted the concerned persons. Especially I am thankful to Prashant Madharkandi of Gokak, and also Dr. Dhansekran from Annamala University, and other persons who have shared their beautiful ideas regarding this CAD course and landscape architecture. And as many as more than 100 participants, I am very happy to see that more than 100 participants have got their benefit out of this 10 days training program. And from the feedback of our students as well as faculty, it is better to have more hands-on training. This is only online training which we have organized, and we will definitely go ahead with the hands-on training whenever the opportunities are there from our campus or in collaboration with these professional bodies like Prashant Bhatt. We will take their help and have the hands-on training to our interested participants. So the projects, as well as he talked about the projects, that is the art in landscaping and pursuing a degree in landscaping architecture, and then the newer versions of AutoCAD, Photoshop, and also the budget scaling, conceptual designing. There are so many new ideas which our youngsters can master, and they can be the fortuners of their own. They can have their fortune of their own. Sky is the limit for this, as far as I perceive now. So this program was designed very meticulously for 10 days, and seeing to the demand, it has been extended to 14 days. Still some people, they have expressed to have the hands-on training. It's a very welcome sign. And though Dr. Lakshmi Narayan Hegde, though he is from a PSMA department, personally he is very much interested in landscape architecture. Similarly, one of my friend, Dr. Gadgimat, he was actually a breeder, and now he is a very well-known architect at Dharwad. He has given so many landscape architectures for this Indian Oil Company, petrol bunks, and also the parks, and as he told, star hotels. He has given the landscaping architecture consultancy to the star hotels also. So our students have a bright future in this area, but only thing, we should perfect ourselves how we have to proceed. That building confidence is the first step, is the participation in such programs like this one which we have organized. So I wish our efforts to initiate the landscape architecture field to expand and to inculcate the interest in our students as well as staff. It is the basic step which you have taken up, and I hope it will continue, and our university will be a milestone to have this landscape architecture designing course in the future. So with these brief remarks, I thank one and all for giving me this opportunity, especially Dr. Prashant Bhatt and Prashant Madharkandi and Dr. Balaji Kulkarni, Satish Patil and Pavan Kumar and Basurajappa. They have taken special pains to organize all this within a short period. Thank you one and all for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. As you said, I think, creation should come to our mind, how the garden should be. And let's start the small gardening in your home itself, in the living room or in the portico. And that can be visualized in a bigger way in coming days. That's most important. Really, landscape makes the happiness cannot be expressed here. Once you have to feel the plant, the nature of the plant, or the scape you are going to do, soft or the hard, that can be envisaged only when you are going to feel that. So in that sense only, we are making this landscape to be in the part of our life, especially starts with our small home gardening, okay, or indoor gardening or something like that. So thank you for your kind words, sir. Now it's the time for presenting the vote of thanks by our Dr. Pavan Kumar.
Thank you, sir. So I take this opportunity to express a sincere thanks to the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. K. Mindre, sir. In spite of his health issues also, he could able to attend through online. So, and also he has given the remarks for this program, and also supported for all the 10 days program. We really from on behalf of our organizers as well as from Florikitra team. So we're sincere thanks to Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. K. Mindre, sir. I also thank our beloved Director of Education, Dr. M.S. Kulkarni, sir, from beginning. So because he has given the special permission for conducting this program because of the lack of funds also. So in spite of that, in other funds, so he has given a provision. So again, and also he has supported very well for all organizing for the 10 days program, and also has given permission for the faculty members as well as for the students. It was really worth the training program for both faculties as well as for the students, sir. So we really sincere thanks to the Dr. M.S. Kulkarni, sir. I would also take this opportunity to thank Dr. Prashant Bhatt. So we are really enlightened, sir. I think the students and all faculty members of our university has got the new ideas. So because just we have seen only theoretical aspects and online programs and all, but really you have shown the mega projects, so which you have taken over in abroad also. So we are really enlightened from your project, sir, and surely on directions of our Honorable Vice Chancellor. So you are most welcome to our university. So please guide us with the modifications of our university also. So just a small bit of modification, because after seeing your projects, I think our Vice Chancellor also is appreciated. He has just put a message to invite. So surely we'll invite for the special program, sir. So for this program, it was a great honor for your talk. Thank you so much from Honorable Vice Chancellor as well as for the organizers, sir. And also, I take this opportunity to thank the experts. So Dr. Dhanashekaran, sir, Dr. Ramesh Kumar, sir, from faculty members of Annamalai University, Tamil Nadu, as well as Mr. Prashant Madharkindi. So he has taken a lot of pain for 10 days. So he has guided with all the theoretical as well as practical implications in the softwares, use of softwares in simplest way for students as well as for the faculty members. We really appreciate your contribution towards the 10 to 14 days program. Thank you so much on behalf of organizers as well as from the university, sir. I also thank all our officers who are attended the inaugural program on 28th, particularly Dr. H.P. Maheshwarappa, Director of Research, Registrar Dr. T.B. Allodi, sir, then Dean PGS Dr. Ravindra Mulge, sir, and all the other officer members of our University of Bagalkot. So for attending inaugural program as well as given the suggestions for this program, sir. I sincerely thank all the department heads as well as the faculty members for motivating the students, as well as for the teachers and non-teaching faculties to join this program. Really, it was a grand success because of more than 100 participants. Means it's a really wonderful training program. So all you, because of your motivation, they have admitted this program. So we really take this opportunity to thank all the head of the department from the department from different campuses also. So special thanks to our 3 PG campuses like College of Horticulture, Bangalore, Dr. Sitaram Ujike, KSS Arbavi, Dr. BC Patil Madam, as well as Dr. Sarish Patil from College of Horticulture, Bagalkot. So because of your efforts, I think almost all the students have joined this program. So special thanks to you people, sir, and all the faculty members who have joined this course. Apart from floriculture, also majority from other than the other, as like you might have heard in feedback. So most of the people are really interested in landscaping. So that's a great opportunity to learn this from this training program. So we really thank to all the faculty members of our university. And also I take this opportunity to thank the organizer, the dean, as well as from the offices, dean office, particularly assistant comptroller and assistant register, as well as supporting staff of your team, sir. So from your team, I think it could able to complete the program with grand success. So on behalf of organizers and department, so I thank the whole dean officer, and also I thank all the participants, particularly the students and faculty members of our university. So because of you, I think this program has been the grand success. So your participation in every day, in spite of the evening hours, because it's actually the resting period. So generally, so that time you attended. So it's really thank on behalf of our university. We are really thankful everyone. Finally, I would like to thank the organizer, Dr. Balaji Kulkarni sir, the Dean College of Horticulture, Bagalkot, for personal interest. So because of his personal interest only, we could able to have this program. Then the co-organizing secretaries like Dr. Sadish Patil, head of the department, CY Bagalkot, Dr. Basarappa HR, especially special thanks to Dr. Basarappa HR for moderating the 10 days program. So starting from evening 6 to up to 8 o'clock, he used to sit and used to moderate all the speakers as well as the participants. That's also a great job. And Dr. Shirol as well as myself. So we really thank our team, because the team efforts will always fetch us the more success. So we really thank all the organizers and co-organizing secretaries. And also, like finally, the PG students and non-teaching staff of our FLA department. So thank you so much, everyone. So and also VCF is staff. Thank you so much for bearing the time. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Ulna. I think it's time for winding up. So we will meet once again in a hands-on training in the landscape in near future. So have a nice weekdays. Thank you and all. Good night. Good night. Yeah, we'll close this session.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.